share. There you go. It should be sharing pretty soon.
Okay.
Okay, can you see this one?
Yeah, I see it. Oh, so you did a bar graph. I wasn't sure if they wanted like a line graph or a bar graph, so I just did a line graph.
Yeah, they did. They said here. Oh, I got the wrong instruction. Monthly revenue column, dollar, blah, blah, blah. Number 2, create a graph. So they didn't specify whether it's a bar graph or a line graph. So yeah, and I did, what I did here is I did like November every 3 months or in between, so you can see the November, December, January. So then the next one is February, because you can't put all of them here. It will not show.
Yeah.
So, and then I did this for, this is the total of this. And this, I got a really hard time. And no, and then suddenly I just like, I figure out I'm not anchoring.
Yeah.
I'm not anchoring this. And so every time I drop it, I scroll it down, it just like, it's not doing it. Just like, okay, it's not doing the way I wanted. And I have to keep changing the order and all that. And so I have to put the year in order for me to pull, where's that one? This, because I have to, from here, I anchor that. Then I just like, oh my gosh, I was doing it for about 2 days. I go back and forth and refreshing my mind and just like, okay. But I'm just not I get frustrated, just like, no, not again.
No, yeah, this one it took me like, and then I did most of it today, but it was after like the if function. I was like, I know it's if.
Yeah. And that's the only way you can. It's the embedded if. Is
Yeah,
how we can
that
use
one.
it. Yes. But you have to make sure that you got the correct frame. And they're just like, oh, I know I did that right. Why it's not going? So it throws me off. And then this one, I did this one on the year, so it's a little bit easier, but it's still based on all this. So for me to calculate, to do this graph. And then
Okay.
the other stuff, this are based on, this one are based here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I should highlight this because it's pretty much my kind of sort of an input thing. And so all this, I did average if, and I did max ifs and mini ifs, minimum ifs.
Okay, I was like, there's mini.
Yeah, well, because in order for you to have several, because the reason why I transferred this to here, every time I try to put this, to kind of highlight this and this, kind of separate both, and then it will cover this one, and it drives me crazy. And I just like, I know I'm doing this. Like, if I do this, and then hold it, oops, it just drives me crazy. It will not let me. See, and if I click on here, it pulls everything. And I just like, no, I can't do that. So I just separate this. So I based everything, this one on this. But if this changes, this will change also. Because it's like,
oh, okay, because you made things.
So if this one goes, this change. So let's see if I do this, 200,000. See, it changed this and it changed there too. So they're all linked to this whole thing here. So, and then there, this one, this is the amount number 3, what they asked us, which one is that? The last one, number 4. The second section of the dashboard should be monthly view. In the monthly section of the dashboard, we want an input cell that allows us to put in a specific revenue amount. Then we want to show the number of historical months. So they said number of historical months. They didn't say the amount. So that's, let's say I put 79,582 and there's only 4. But if I do 215 or 23, and just make it up. So there's 34. That.
Oh,
And so that reflects in here.
okay, that's where I haven't done yet because I was like, what do they want us to do? Like,
Yeah, I read this instructions several times, and I even have this with me at our ward activity before it starts. I was trying to analyze what they said, and then they said, and I watched the video instruction, and they said, and we did that before, and so I went back, and so it's a like mini project number 5, and so I said, oh, okay, so that's they only want it's a historical number of the historical months. They didn't say the amount. So I said, okay, then that means it's the number that had revenue that was lower than the amount designated. So here I did the formula, the dashboard, anchored it on this one because this is the input cell. That's why that's highlighted. And so I click on that, and then less than. Then I click on this, the less than the historical sale. Then, and then what if, so if you see on this one, see logical test, and then so now if that logical test is less than what this one, then what do you want to do? If the value is true, I want to show this amount. If the dashboard amount is greater than this one, I want this to show, but they asked for less, So then after that, what you want to see 0, so I can count it. I don't want to put the 0 in there because if you put 0 when you do the count, then it will count the 0. So then you put this thing, so it will only put whatever the amount, and if it's not in that range that you wanted, then it will leave it blank. So when you count it, so I did on here, I did count historical sales. So I count those, then that what it gives me here. So, and every time I change this, 100, let's see, so it change, and this one changes too. So, and then if they change this amount here, or if they change the unit sold, this amount will change also. And then this will automatically, everything will change into your dashboard. So everything changes. So here, this one, I think you got this one. So it changes there. And my calculation on that one is here. But what took me long time is this one.
the
Pulling, having this information here from all this, and from here, and just like I know I have to do the multiplication last, but I need to figure out how to pull this. I made several attempts of different things, and just it's not working.
yeah. I'm using my
Uh-huh.
and it's working fine. So hopefully when I like submit it, it doesn't, the file is like
It's
good.
not this. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Because I think you can download them like a MacBook part of it. I don't know. But they told us that we need to have the Excel, but I don't know. It will work if it work, and if you submitted your mini project 10, and you should ask brother File Freeman
Mm-hmm.
if he got it correctly. So yeah, so far that's how it goes. It's just trying to analyze and word for word on the instruction and just like, uh, okay. And I read several times, is that what it is? So yeah. So do you have question on any other thing? I think this
What's
is
that?
what this is what they asked for in number 4. Because I read it many times and I don't, and it says just the number. Show the number of historical months. So
I think you're right, because me, I'm just like now
uh-huh.
you're like sense, and so
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I might just too, because I read it too so many times, and I'm like, what do they want us to do? Like, and that's why I did everything else except that. And
Uh-huh. Yeah, because I just finished it not a lot not too long ago, and you sent me a message and you just like my our kind of Halloween thing at the church. It took longer because we have a lot of elderly people in our ward, so we end up doing cleaning up and all that kind of thing. So I was like, okay, my evening's gone. So and then what is it? Yeah, I read it and read it many times and just like, maybe I should just let it go and go to bed and then wake up in the morning. Then I'll go back and see how I can
yeah,
interpret this thing. And it says, I read it again. Then we want to show the number of historical months. So they didn't ask, unlike number 1 or number 2, create another sheet to be used as a summary dashboard. And it says, show the calculated total revenue. Calculated total revenue. It didn't say anything about the amount or calculated amount. They just want the number that shows the number. So I think we interpret that correctly. So yeah. So and what I do now is I rounded the end of the my graph too. So just a little thing.
oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just my little perks and editing my graph. So yeah, everything is pretty much done for us, and I can start on the exam.
Yeah, that one I'm gonna submit this, and I'll probably
Yeah.
submit it like tonight. Not
Uh,
right now, because right now my boyfriend is actually like, you know how I told you it was date night. So today we're gonna have our date, and then after
uh-huh.
and then I'll work on the
Yeah. So
assignment tonight.
yeah.
At least
Well,
start.
yeah. We need to start ahead of and I'm trying to get ahead of this and the other assignments I have, so I can, because I signed up for Time Out for Women a while back, and I
Mm-hmm.
didn't expect that I will be taking 4 classes this semester. Because I'm thinking, will I might be working, so I can't take a lot of classes, and it's just like, oh gosh. I'm trying to get ahead, so I get behind with when I attend the but I will be bringing my computer and be working in between for time out for women. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I can still meet and you know and help out in any ways I could. So Yeah. So are you okay now with this? And
Yeah,
but Doyle didn't never respond. Did did
like, have you heard from Doyle in like a few days?
No, the last time I heard from him is when we texted him on Wednesday and he said that he was doing home teaching. So
Yeah. Hmm.
that's it. And he's not responding on our post either.
No, I don't know. I wonder if he's okay. I hope he is. Or
Well, I'm not sure
maybe
if
we'll just. Oh,
he's overwhelmed with his new job and setting up that and all that. I don't know. Hopefully he's
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, and hopefully he's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Well,
anyways,
I'm gonna head out. If that's okay.
okay. Yeah, that's fine. And enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you Wednesday.
Yes. See, we'll keep in
Oh,
touch, and good luck on the exam.
okay, thank you. Okay, bye bye, you
Okay.
too.
Bye.